Let's talk about Volkswagen. This is a company that literally put the world on wheels with one of the most recognizable cars ever made. But it's also a company that got caught up in one of the biggest corporate scandals we've ever seen. So today, we're going to look at that whole story. The incredible rise, the shocking fall, and the massive all-or-nothing bet it's now making on an electric future.
You know, the entire identity of this company is hiding in plain sight, right there in its name. In German, Volk means people, and Wagen means car. So from the very beginning, way back in 1937, the mission was baked right in. Build a car for everybody. And for decades, one single charming little car, the Beetle, did exactly that. So here's how we're going to break down this incredible story. First, we'll look at its origins as the people's car. Then we'll see how it exploded into a global powerhouse. After that, we have to talk about the crisis of trust that nearly brought it all down. Then comes the radical pivot to electric, and finally we'll ask the big question, is this really a new era for Volkswagen? All right, let's rewind and go right back to the beginning, to that simple but really powerful idea that started this whole thing. Now, while Volkswagen was technically around before World War II, its real story, the one the world knows, kicks off after the war. The world was rebuilding, and what people needed more than anything was simple, reliable, and affordable transportation. The Beetle was the perfect answer to that call, and it was about to find a huge new audience on the other side of the Atlantic. And that leads us straight into our second chapter. How did this one quirky little car help turn Volkswagen into an absolute monster on the world stage? Okay, get ready for this. When the Beetle first landed in the massive American market back in 1949, how many do you think they sold? 1,000? 100? Nope. The grand total was 2. Just 2 cars. I mean, you have to laugh, right? It's such a tiny, almost invisible start for what was about to happen. Now let's jump forward in time. From those 2 little cars, the company grew into an absolute titan. By 2021, its revenue was over 250 billion euros. That journey, from selling 2 cars to bringing in $250 billion a year, is just one of the most unbelievable growth stories in modern history. So how on earth did they do it? Well, after that tiny start in '49, things just took off. The Beetle's unique charm and its reputation for being tough as nails just captured everyone's imagination. Only 6 years later, in 1955, they hit their 1 millionth Beetle and officially set up Volkswagen of America. And by '59, they were already expanding into South America, opening a huge plant in Brazil. The growth was just explosive. And that expansion, it basically never stopped. Today, Volkswagen's footprint is truly global. We're talking plants and operations from China to Mexico, from South Africa to Spain. They built this incredible worldwide network that cemented their place as a true automotive giant. And if you want to understand the sheer scale, just think about this. The company employs more than 660,000 people. That's bigger than the population of a lot of major cities. By the time we got into the 21st century, VW wasn't just a car company anymore. It was a global economic force. But that incredible ride was about to hit a major wall. And that brings us to the most dramatic turning point in the company's history, a moment that put its entire reputation, everything it had built, right on the line. So in 2015, the news broke, and it was a bombshell. Volkswagen, this company famous for its solid German engineering and its reliability, had been actively deceiving regulators and its own customers. The truth is, they were under huge pressure to sell their clean diesel cars in America, and to do it, they chose to cheat. Here's how they did it. They installed something called a defeat device in their cars. Basically, when the car was in a lab being tested, this device would kick in and make the emissions look perfectly clean and legal. But the second you drove it out onto a real road, the device would switch off, and the cars were suddenly spewing out pollution at up to 40 times the legal limit. It was a staggering betrayal. In the aftermath of this complete disaster, Volkswagen had to do something drastic. This leads us to their massive, incredibly high-stakes response: the electric pivot. So facing a total crisis of trust, the company didn't just make a small change. They went for a complete reinvention. They came out and announced this insane goal to launch more than 30 new all-electric models by 2025. In a weird way, the scandal that almost destroyed them forced them to jump into the future. And this wasn't just talk. They put a mind-boggling amount of money behind it. The price tag just to make electric versions of their entire lineup by 2030? A cool 20 billion euros. It's a huge financial gamble aimed at washing away that diesel stain for good. And just to really put this into perspective, if you think 20 billion is a lot, get this.
Volkswagen is planning to spend 50 billion euros just on batteries. That one component costs more than double what it takes to re-engineer all their cars. That's how you know they are all in on electric.
But their vision for the future isn't just about swapping gas engines for batteries. They've also shown off concepts like Cedric, which is a fully autonomous, completely driverless car. It's a clear signal that they're not just trying to catch up to the pack, they're trying to leapfrog everyone into the next generation of transportation. Okay, so we've seen the crisis and we've seen the absolutely massive response. But does all this, the money, the new cars, does it really add up to a fresh start? That brings us to our final chapter, a new era.
In 2019, the company even changed its logo. Now, I know, it might seem small, but it's really symbolic. They ditched the old, kind of bubbly 3D logo for this flat, thinner, two-dimensional design. The message they're trying to send is clear. This is the start of a new era, one that's more modern, more digital, and hopefully more transparent.
And that really is the final question, isn't it? Volkswagen is spending tens of billions of dollars. They are completely changing their entire product line. They're even changing their logo to signal a fresh start. But is a new look and a new focus on electric cars enough to truly rebuild the trust that was so badly broken? Can it redefine a company that for so long was known simply and proudly as the people's car? Well, only time is going to tell on that one.